Guys, what's up? My name's Zwordz, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the newest legends to finally join the ranked scene, and I'm not talking about our Prophet Seer, but instead our glorious champion of Salvo, Fuse. That's right, and trust me when I say it, I am not trolling. Fuse is finally pretty good, and even useful enough to use on your rank grind to Diamond, Masters, Platinum, and he's actually pretty good in Arena too. Mans is actually pretty strong right now, and this video is going to explain why you should use him for solo queuing through ranked in Season 10. But first, we need to understand what happened to cause Fuse's growth and power level. Back in Season 9, the devs gave Fuse 2 tacticals instead of 1. This was a small buff, but a step in the right direction. Mainly, this change and a reduction in his ability cooldown is what seriously helped the effectiveness of Knuckle Cluster in Season 10. The main thing is his buffs in Season 10 took things even further, with a 100% increase in the explosion duration of his tactical, making it last twice as long, allowing his cluster nades even more time to eat away at enemy shields or more time to deny a position from the enemy. This, combined with his Season 9 buff, is what I personally think helped peak his power levels to where they are now, allowing you to reliably use his tactical as an actual kind of grenade that honestly helps a ton in building fights, fights with cover, fights in open areas. Plus, if that's not all, his ultimate ability also detects all enemies within his ring of fire, which may not sound like much, but when used on the right kind of building, don't forget that all enemies caught within the ring of fire at any height will still be detected, even if they're at a lower level or inside a building. Plus, the ring of fire itself, before it was hard to see who was inside of it, but since you can see the outline of enemies now, it's much easier to shoot people caught within that ring of fire. Now, all that aside, let's talk about how you can actually use him to solo queue through ranked this season and actually get some RP. So please like and subscribe for more Apex Legends content so we can improve as a community together and spread our message of positivity and support to those who need it. I want to build a nice community of positive players without any toxicity, and all we want is just to support each other and help each other reach our goals. Join up in our Discord to interact with our community directly so you can talk about anything Apex, find a teammate in your rank, share anything Apex related, or be notified whenever I go live on Twitch or post a new video. We're trying to improve together and break our own limits, so click that invite link in the description and join up. So before we get to the tips, let's be real here. A lot of people honestly don't know how to play Fuse or what his playstyle is, so let me make it easy on some of y'all and tell you how you should be playing him in a solo queue rank setting. As Fuse, you are the spear to your team. Your entire kit is meant to help your team be aggressive and push forward. You're the legend who softens the enemy up with his tactical or grenades, moves them out of position, breaks down doors, and covers your team as they push up. You are the grenadier, alright? In close range situations, you're at your most vulnerable as your entire kit is hazard to damaging yourself if you use it against an enemy close to you. In other words, you don't really want to be close to enemies all the time. You're going to be really good at mid-range and applying pressure from long range. Your abilities are what's going to help your team advance and push through. You're going to find that your random teammates are going to take advantage of the space you're making for them and follow you around to make plays based off of the way you use your abilities. So my first tip is going to be to stack up on grenades. Virtually any grenade is good in the right situation. Pick up any and pick up all of them. I like to carry 2 or 3 stacks of grenades. 6 grenades will make up 3 slots in your inventory, so keep that in mind. You can carry a lot of grenades. Mix your cluster grenades up with your regular grenades in between your throws, so you can take advantage of the free ability use of your tactical, resulting in you saving more grenades, but still getting the same effect. It's going to be very important to carry tons of grenades and keep them stocked. Be mindful of spare grenades lying around on the ground, as you can use any existing grenades in your inventory first. Then you can go back and fill back up your inventory with any particular grenades left on the ground. Your teammates are going to rely on your ability to deny the enemy zone control more than they may think. So do your best in making things easy for your team by keeping the enemy away from the position that the enemy wants with your grenades. Oh, and if you're carrying a lot of thermite grenades, it'll never be a better time than now to use the Rampage weapon to amp up your damage potential. More thermites means you'll be taking advantage of the faster fire rate and door breaching potential of this weapon. This weapon is very, very strong right now, and with Fuse, it is even stronger, so take advantage of it while you can and get that RP. This is going to be a big one, alright? You need to deny cover. Remember not to just throw out your grenades without purpose or plan. The goal is to deny positioning and cover for your enemies with your tactical using any spare grenades. This season, a lot of teams are going to be rushing you in this Seer meta. Teams are going to know where you are. They're going to be throwing out their Seer tacticals. There will even be Bloodhound scans. Teams are just going to know where you are most of the time. So to counter them running at you directly, grenades are going to help a ton and flip the advantage toward your team when done correctly. Not only can carrying a numerous amount of grenades help give you an advantage, it can also buy you time. In one situation, my team was incredibly low all around. I was very low on ammo and a team with full HP was just about to breach. So I used all the grenades I could use in my arsenal to discourage that team from pushing and denying them key positions to prevent them from advancing into us. And you know what? I even downed 2 of them without using much ammo at all, just grenades. But for those of you that play Arena, the effect still stands. Except keep in mind you can carry many grenades in Arena. You can essentially spam them if you're carrying that many. In fact, please spam them in arenas. Help your teammates out and help yourself out. Cover is even more important in Arena than it is in BR. So if you can take that away from the enemy, it might be what your team needs to get it down, push up, and cap around. Next up, Motherlode creates space. It's still not the greatest, but in all honesty, Fuse's ultimate Motherlode can be used both aggressively and defensively. It depends on the creativity of your use for the ultimate, but even if you're not the most creative player, I'll still give you a couple examples for how to use an ultimate like this effectively. One way I like to use his ultimate aggressively is to take away a key position from the enemy on the high ground to create a window for my team to push through so that we can take that fight. Also, throwing in knuckle clusters or grenades of any kind by your ring of fire can also sponge up some more damage if you know where the enemy is. The fire from your ring deals a good amount of damage, so you will punish players that fail to avoid the fire. Remember that the key behind this ultimate isn't the damage, it's the ability to take away an open position from a fight, to block off escape routes, and to deny space, which is why it can also be used defensively to protect your team or yourself. If you know you're going to be third-partied and you need to buy you or your team some time to heal up or get away, using that Motherlode in an open area to delay a team from reaching you can be enough to keep your team alive, and might even create enough spacing and time for you to take that fight to the team. And remember to ping that your ultimate is ready when you think you're about to use it so your team can expect to make a play around it. Following up on that, you're going to want to go long. This tip is for ranked leagues specifically. Please take advantage of the range on Fuse's grenade arcs because you can sling grenades of all types at teams fighting far from you for potentially high reward with little to no risk. I kid you not. There is almost no risk to slinging an arc star across the map to try and get it down from someone else's team fight. This season as Fuse, you're going to be a king or queen and third partying and getting that RP. Almost all his abilities help you deal damage, covering large areas that get you easy assists or knocks while you're finishing up enemies at low HP. So take advantage of that tactical and send it across the map if you see an opportunity for an easy down. Fuse is going to be a really good solo queue legend for my rank grinders out there, so I wanted to share him with you. Definitely check the boy out, he's seriously good. Those were my tips on how to use him solo queue, but what were yours? Comment below. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and peace out.